Hello there, bowling fans. Welcome back to Bowling with Buddy. And appreciate you guys surfing through, checking out my channel, and checking out this ball review. Today, I'm here at Bolero Tamarack, and I am shooting a few videos. The first video I shot just now, you'll see later, probably sooner than later, is the new Eternity Pi. And I used that on a used up house shot. There was about 30 games thrown on it, so we'll see. You guys can check out that video. But right now that I've bowled on some beat up house pattern, I'm now going to go through and do a ball review on the new Virtual Energy Blackout. It's got the RX cover and it's pretty shiny, pretty polished. Got a nice look to it. It's got great shelf appeal. And I can tell you right now, it appears to be pretty strong. I've thrown a few shots with it, and I'm going to be bowling on a lane 27, I think, where I haven't thrown a lot of shots on it, but there's enough friction on there that you may see this ball kind of responding pretty quick down lane. It gets through the heads pretty well, but I'm going to start striking here, throw a couple, then I'll just kind of keep throwing. You guys kind of get some, good shot review out of it. And then later on in the video, I'm going to compare it to the Infinite Physix, which also has the REX cover and is a pearl. So let's get going. Let me get striking. Hope to God that I am going to strike. You never know. So I'm going to stand 26 with my feet. I'm going to look at about 13, 14 at the arrows and see what happens. I missed in, a little flat 10. Let's get it a little tighter. All right, I'm standing again 26 with my feet, and I'm going to look at about 13, 14 at the arrows and send it down to 8 board. All right, name of the game is repetition and consistency. Let's try that again. All right, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, trying to be as consistent as possible. I shifted my feet a couple boards left. Now I'm looking at the third arrow. I'm going to stand at about 28 with my feet and looking at about 15 at the arrows. I want to get 10 down lane. I'm going to try and repeat that again. See if we can go flush. All right, a couple more left. I'm looking at about 16, 17. Oh, missed right. And it recovered. All right, so what's there to say about a bowling ball that just threw a whole bunch of strikes other than it's good? It is. It's really good. I'm impressed. I wasn't a fan of the Infinite Physix, and I never really got into seeing how that ball could roll well for me. I drilled up a couple different ones, but it never seemed to respond. But I've got another one today, and I'm going to throw it and compare it to the Virtual Energy and see what we can find out. But right now, that Virtual Energy is a ball that I know for sure that I'm going to be putting in my hand when the fronts are gone or whatever, it's starting to move left, and I need something pretty clean but still pretty responsive down lane and control. And again, dark colored balls always look good to the eye. They shape well, they look well, they're not confusing, they're not distracting, so they always look good. One of my favorite balls from 900 Global was the Money Badger Tour, solid black ball. Loved that ball, absolutely loved it. Still got one in a box waiting to be drilled one day, maybe. But in the meantime, let me switch over to the Infinite Physix and let's keep striking, hopefully. Okay, I'm going back to standing 26 with my feet. I'm going to look at 13, 14 at the arrows and see what we can do. Whoo, a little late 10 pin. Again, try to be consistent here. Again, stand at 26 with my feet. Looking at 13, 14 at the arrows. I may miss one or two left, but we'll see. Tumble the bucket, but we'll take it. All right, I'm gonna move a couple left. Now I'm standing 28, 29 with my feet, and I'm looking at about 15 at the arrows, and I'm still in the Infinite Physix. Oh, I leaked that right. It works though. All right, we're trying to be consistent here again. Standing 28, 29 with my feet. Looking at about 15, 16 at the arrows. Oh, and I leaked that way right. Way right. Well, I can tell you I was consistent. I've missed right twice now with this ball, with the Infinite. I'm just curious if the Virtual Energy would do the same. Oh, that's the Infinite Physix. Let me try missing right with the Virtual Energy and see what it does. Like I said, I'm back in the Virtual Energy. I'm standing 28, 29. I'm looking at 15, 16, and I'm gonna throw it to where the Infinite Physix was. Oh, wow. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. The Virtual Energy was much earlier in response to the lane than the Infinite Physix. The Infinite Physix got much further down lane before it responded, was able to actually get to the friction down lane before it responded. This Virtual Energy, it never even got there. It saw friction early and said, okay, I'm gonna turn left. So I'm gonna try one more time, but this time I'm gonna move a little bit left and see what happens. All right, so now I'm gonna stand probably 31 with 30 with my feet, and I'm going to throw this ball 17, 18, and I'm gonna try and get it to the dry like the Infinite Physix. That was weak. I might have thrown that a little harder just trying to get it to the dry, but once I did, it just kind of never saw it, never came through. So I really think that this REX cover stock and the combination of the Virtual Energy core is giving this ball an opportunity to really read the mid lane quickly and then respond off the friction pretty hard, pretty fast. I'm gonna try moving left a little bit and see if I can find more oil to work with this ball and see if I can get it to shape in a little better. All right, I'm gonna jump left. I'm standing 35. I'm looking at 19, 20 with the arrows and see if I can even get this ball to the friction on the right. It got there. Let's try it again. Yeah, I'm standing 35 with my feet and I'm looking at 19, 20 at the arrows. See if I can get this thing to respond back. So it's coming back from there. It's not like diving through the head pin, but it is making a recovery. I'm kind of getting a mixer strike, which in many cases I'll take that in a tournament. It's not going dead flush, so the ball is kind of losing its energy that far inside. So it does need some oil, and once it starts reading that friction, it starts to kind of lose its energy. So let's see what happens. All right, so now I'm going to stand close to, I'm going to say 40, maybe 38, and I'm going to look at, I don't know, 23, 24. That's an unfair measurement of the ball. I really kind of torqued on it. All right, I'm standing at about 39, 40 with my feet. And I'm gonna look at 23 with the arrows and see if I can get this ball to shape up down lane. That's actually really nice to see. I did need oil. I needed to get it into the oil, and I needed to move further left and then get it to the dry. And then once it saw it to dry, this ball really responded pretty well off of it. Nice and clean. And again, still responded a lot sooner than what the Infinite Physix did. And I don't know if the Infinite Physix might have gotten back from there. It probably could have. But hey, this ball's nice. It's nice. I've never had any of the other Virtual Energy bowling balls. I couldn't tell you what they did or how they worked. I didn't have them, just didn't. Never threw any of them. So there's a reason for that. Probably because I was throwing a whole bunch of other bowling balls. Well, we'll talk about those. Anyways, I'm gonna move back right a little bit, and I'm gonna wrap up this video with the with the Virtual Energy, and give you a summary from there. Okay, I'm back to standing at 28, 29 with my feet, and I'm gonna look at 14 at the arrows and see if I can keep this in the 1-3 pocket. That was nice. All right, let's try that one more time. See if we can be a little more consistent. See if we can get this ball to finish strong. Oh, 10 pin. Oh. Okay, a ball this good cannot finish a video on a 10 pin. It has to finish flush. That's not flush. I am determined to finish with a strike. This may be a long process. All right, my grip left a little bit with my feet. Let's see if we can strike. Yes. Took forever to wrap up with a strike, but I did it. So let's wrap this video up. All right, guys, that's a wrap. After bowling quite a few games here with the Eternity Pi, the Virtual Energy Blackout, I'm happy to say that I think both these balls are going to be in my arsenal, and some balls might actually come out, and I might donate to the youth program. We'll see. But overall, this Virtual Energy was a lot more responsive than I expected it to be. I had impressions of it being long and smooth, and with oil, it is long and smooth. But once it sees friction, it responds, and it responds quickly, and it responds very sharply, which in many cases is, kind of a good thing. And you kind of need that back end action. And if you've got to migrate left and throw it to the ditch and get this thing to recover, it's going to. But even on medium to fresh oil, it shows that it's got a lot of potential for being a really good ball. Kind of reminded me of the Dark Code and how well that ball actually rolled in medium to heavy oil as well. I found the Dark Code to be a little lazy for me down lane. It was still angular, but I find this REX cover with this Virtual Energy Blackout to be a better substitution than the Dark Code. So I kind of look forward to throwing this in some tournaments and seeing where it's going to take me. I'm hoping it takes me to making some money, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all down the road. In the meantime, this ball comes out September 22nd, and go to see your pro shop operator and talk with them about getting this ball into your arsenal and putting it right up there next to your other bowling balls. And until then, you guys just keep striking, be humble, and be kind.